Hello, assalamu alaikum everybody. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy. And there's something I've always been wanting to talk about, but I just somehow felt that it wasn't maybe something that I would specifically pick up my mic and do a podcast on. But at the same time, I do feel it is something that I should do a podcast on. I was also kind of thinking maybe because, as you know, I am recently a bit active on YouTube, but again, not active enough because I really don't care much about YouTube, to be very honest. I'm only on YouTube because there are a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of the people that I know who prefer to go to YouTube and are not very familiar with podcasts as such. So I post my podcasts on my YouTube channel, but I do tiny vlogs on my YouTube, and I was thinking, should I make this into a vlog or should I just talk? I think it's so much easier to just talk about it. I mean, but the thing is that has anybody noticed how it looks as if everything that was already part of our lives in the 80s and 90s are coming back, but now they're coming back as if they're so new and, as if it's a fresh idea and all, but it's not. And not only are they exactly the same, in functions and looks and in appearance and in design, but they're kind of rubbish quality wise now. Has anybody noticed that, or is that just me? I mean, I think it's basically thanks to Korea that we have the fashion accessories that are coming back full on, because they seem to be. I mean, I've always felt as if they seem to be stuck in the 80s when it comes to the fashion, but it's the cute fashion of 80s that they keep up. I wouldn't call it stuck, really. I guess stuck is not a good word to say, but I mean, in their dramas and yeah, especially in their dramas, they seem to you know uh focus on the cutesy stuffs, and those are all the same cutesy stuff that we used to use as kids in the 80s, because essentially those were the kind of stuff that kids would wear, or those in the early teens. So but I do like it. I do like it because I do feel that in the 80s and 90s things were so much more practical, you know like the tic tac clips. I really love them. I swear, the firm grip of them, the alligator clips, and even the shapes and the styles of the alligator clips, that we used to have, or that my mom used to have and still has. They're all coming back in style. Have you seen the D ones, the D styled, huge alligator clips, and and then there was these round, funnel shaped, clip on clips. I mean, the kind that where you make a ponytail and then, you just clip it on, and it's like this long funnel shape. And I had mine for a very, very long time, and it's only a few years ago that it finally broke. And not because of me, I kept it, but I mean, it broke, I guess, because of the intensity of the temperatures changing. In Pakistan, it gets too hot, and then it gets cold, and then it gets extremely hot the next year, breaking all records, and then it gets cold again. So I think it finally gave in to the extreme temperatures, and I hardly wore it since we came to Pakistan. Yeah, and I used to wear it a lot when I was young. Similarly, all those ties, those ponytail ties that we used to have, that had stars and pencils and butterflies and all those kind of things. I still have them. They're coming back. You know, those lollipop shaped hair ties. Remember, which we would just cross one end over the other. Yeah, they were so common, and we used to use them so much, and they were such good quality that they wouldn't the elastic wouldn't get loose quickly enough. You could wear them so many times. But then now they're rubbish. I'm sorry to say, but now they're kind of rubbish. Now the elastic band, it just gets loose after 2 to 3 times. Then I've noticed kitchen accessories. Um, I mean, appliances more like it, not accessories. Like like the ever famous potato chip cutter or chip maker, French fries cutter. I was like, we have this, and I've seen it in my kitchen for like ages, again since the 80s, and it's the exact same thing, the exact same steel contraption, where you put the whole potato in and then you press it down and you have the whole potato cut and stripped into these fries. And this convenient vegetable cutter, manual vegetable cutter, again, the ones that are coming nowadays, I'm sorry to say, are rubbish. They don't even cut the vegetables. No matter how much you press it, the plastic is rubbish. The cutters inside, the blades, they're kind of rubbish. But the ones that we have from since way back when, they work perfectly. And similarly, the manual food processor, nowadays they don't even chop the food properly. The blades just move round and round. We again have it. We've had it since the 80s. Though, and the one that we have is perfect. So yeah, the exact same things that used to be part of our kitchen, our everyday kitchen life before, the coffee makers, the espresso makers, and all, they're all coming back, but for a heftier price and lower quality. As you know, this is something that I've talked about a lot, about how consumerism is all about making things that shouldn't last long anymore, be it laptops or mobile phones or TVs. I mean, seriously. So everything that actually needs to be more and more long lasting, durable, and robust. Um, these people have gone crazy, they've gone insane, and they've decided to just make it pure rubbish so that it shouldn't last you more than 2 to 3 years. Pure rubbish. So that's the sad part of it. Um, but yeah, I mean, it just shows you that, it's not just fashion trends that come back, but everything that was once a part of your life, your regular life, that you then ditched for more modern stuff is all again coming back. I think it's also, in a way, a sign and a symptom of the fact that we are going back to the dark ages, because as we can see, governments all over the world, because they want to force their people into war, they are creating artificial shortages of water, of light, of gas, of fuel resources. So I guess this is sort of, um, one of the reasons why a lot of these manual kitchen appliances are coming back in the market. But then I would again say, why make them, so rubbish? Why make them of such rubbish material? Why not make good quality again? Because you're making them cheap. Yes, they're cheap, but they're very bad quality. And I'm sure that in the same price range, you can give very good quality. I mean, I'm just saying. So, yeah, I mean, I've just noticed. I was wondering, is it just me? Or has anybody else noticed? Every single thing that we've had in our kitchen in the 80s and that we still have, they're all coming back in style. Uh, and I do feel that, again, the things that we had are of 1,000 times better quality. They do the job well. And the things now are not of that good quality. And then, again, the thing that also pees me off is the fact that you can't even get a decent, genuine USB anymore. I mean, what's wrong with everybody? Seriously. A USB flash drive, a 1 TB, 1 terabyte flash drive came into the market 20 years ago. And 20 to 23 years later, you're still getting fake 512 GB flash drives and fake 1 terabyte flash drives. Why? What's wrong with everybody, seriously? And look at the prices. Look at the prices. I mean, we used to spend just a few hundred rupees on a pen drive, and now for that same pen drive, I have to fish out no less than 5 to 6,000 rupees for a capacity that is not even half of half of the capacity I need in order to store my data. So it's insane. It's really insane the way the prices are being hiked for things that should be right now part of your everyday usage, and that it's not even considered new technology. It's old technology now. It's something that should be a part of your everyday life. But thanks to inflation, thanks to consumerism, you know, and the thing about pen drives, the reason why I like pen drives is that they basically have a lifetime warranty, they will not fail you if they're the genuine thing. But if you end up with a scam or a fake USB, because the higher the storage, the more likely it is to be a fake. So if you land with one, then you're lost. There's and the reason that really pees me off is that you do realize that pen drives and these portable drives, they are used in order to store data which is extremely important. The reason you're storing them is because they're important, because you can't afford to lose them. Why would you play with people's data like this by selling them fake USB sticks? Seriously, like, what the hell is wrong with you people? What the bloody hell is wrong with you people? So yeah, I mean, I am still debating on doing a tiny vlog of showing some of the stuff that I've had since the 80s and 90s and that are right now trending. But then I get too lazy and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, remember the bead necklaces? The bead necklaces have come and gone like so many times, you know, these last 3 decades, like so many times. They were in the 80s, and then they came back in the 90s, then they came back again in the mid 2000s. So they do make a comeback. Again, the hair ribbon thing, the hair ribbons, they are again, they're from the 70s through the 80s. So they do make a comeback. Yeah, but I'm actually amazed at the kitchen appliances that I see nowadays flooding the market. And I'm just sad that the quality is just not at all there. But they're the exact same things that have been a part of our kitchen since the 80s and 90s. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny and weird and sad altogether. What has the human being come to, you know, when it comes down to corruption, dishonesty in the name of consumerism? Well, this is me signing out with the office.